So I want to give you a rundown of how my day went and how my cooking went. And this is truly the first time that we thought that my mom was going to be here a little early. They were running behind. But you know what? It was probably better for me because that meant I had to do the cooking myself. No help, all Donna. And I was impressed because I had everything on the table and it was ready to go. So I want to read to you my Facebook post. So here we go. Do, 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 do. Hold on. Here we go. So it was a good family fun kind of day. Of course, we missed Cousin Penny, but she's away with immediate family watching her daughter, Nicole, marry. See you next time, Cousin Penny, and congrats, Nicole and Chris Dare. So I fixed a Manwich main dish today. Side dishes were mac and cheese, cinnamon apples, Hawaiian salad, Watergate salad, potato crowns. And my mom and Kinsey brought dessert, M&M brownies. Afterwards, we went to Home Depot to scout the riding lawn mowers. Still hard at work to get Grandpa to break down and get another one. We found out the original purchase date located on the seat of the rider to be 2002. Anyway, he is going to think it over. Went to Rulers and Dollar Tree, where Dollar Tree had my generic tension headache medication. Stocked up. Then came back to Mattoon, went to Goodwill. Good times and great bargains. By the way, this is one of those great bargains. It had a Cato's tag on it, brand new, $34. So I was like, you know what? I'm picking this little jewel up because I love the bedazzlement and I love the way it showcases all of my assets. Anyway, going forward here. We drove out and checked on Grandma at the Dodge Grove. They have not trimmed around the graves, y'all. Then came home. Kinsey and I played mini golf. I paid, and it was a blast. She lost her ball amongst the weeds and had to get another one. A crowd ahead of us was quite noisy, but it was fun. Took a photo to make a memory. Then continued playing. The crowd ahead won a free game, and then the big shocker, I won a free game. I didn't win, Kinsey did, but it was so cool that I did win a free game. Never had done that before. I don't know the name of the people, but they said for us being so patient, and they weren't from around here, we got their free game card. I paid for 2 snow cones, and it had been forever since I had one. Tiger's blood is what I had. Kinsey had strawberry banana, so it was pretty awesome. Anyway, we had good times, good food, and hope you all had a fun Sunday. That's a breakdown pretty much of the Sunday. Now, on what did I watch tonight? Of course, before the 90 Days Fiancé, and Darcy and Stacy, the 2 twins, which, you know, with Darcy and Tom, I watched them back on the 90 Days thing, and honestly, I thought those 2 were meant to be, and that they both, at the end, they could have ended it better than they didn't act like mature adults. I know it's never easy to end a relationship, but what I'm saying is, you got to have, with what Tom did, he put a note, handwritten letter, on her vehicle. And she then just ripped it up, didn't read it after he left, and threw it away. And, you know, I know that most people would say she did the right thing to end the relationship, but she acted like a child, if you think about it. Because, honestly, if you're a mature adult and you want true closure, I don't agree with Tom writing a note either and just leaving it on the car. And I don't agree with her blocking him from all social media either. I think that they needed to have that sit-down talk. They needed to have closure, not leave it half open, wondering why this or why that. Eliminate the questions. Eliminate the problems. And the only way to do that is word of mouth, not by a handwritten note, not by... He reached out to her twin sister and brought her twin sister roses, and they had a private little dinner. And he's like going, so I'm reaching out to you so she'll accept my apology. Hello? No. This is where you man up, cowboy up, even though you're not a cowboy, and you talk to Stacy one-on-one, Tom. Just saying. So, I don't know. I felt deflated by the end of that show. And then, of course, watched Pillow Talk about the 90 days, which right now the 90 days is on. Um, on the 90 days, there's so many good couples on there, but I'm anxious to see what works out and what doesn't work out. And I've got to tell you something, y'all. It's been an exhausting 2 days off. I mean, yesterday I went outside and was Superwoman with the mower, okay? We tried working on his rider to work. That was just not happening. Today I did all the cooking and cleanup by myself. At the end there, it was probably kind of a good thing that I did all the cleanup. I shouldn't say all by myself, because Kinsey did help take the trash out and help clean off the table and stuff like that. But the cooking I did by myself. Very proud of that. I used the ground beef and got it all tore apart, got it all nice and golden brown, then drained it off, and then put the 2 cans of Manwich, not just one, 2 cans. And I remembered that Kinsey wanted ketchup. Then I figured out why. It was for the potato crowns. She was going to dip them in that, which was totally cool. And she had salt to her potato crowns because they didn't have enough salt, according to her. So that was cool. And they had leftovers. Sent them home with leftovers. I only kept the fried apples for Grandpa because that's his favorite. And I figure, if he eats his meal tomorrow, which I hope he does, knock on wood, then on either my first break or my lunch, I can heat up the apples for him to eat, because he just loves those to pieces. I'm a little worn out. It was so funny while I was watching one of the shows. I was like, okay, I'm going to get my work done so I can get it to come to you guys on YouTube. And I'm like, I'm going to get a workout in. I can tell you this. I may be giving myself another night off from working out, because Monday and Tuesdays are our busiest days at work. So therefore, I do need to be rested and well able to go. But I really want to do my workout. I've gotten mixed reviews about my Snapchat photos that I took. I'm very self-conscious. That's part of my PCOS. Anxiety as well. And I did take some photos. I don't share all of my photos with Facebook anymore due to a lot of people pick on my weight. They think that I don't know that they do that, but I do. They think that they can share my pictures with others, or think that I don't know, and that's not cool. And yes, I would rather hear positive remarks than negative, so shoot me. This is one of the pictures I took with that tank top I had on last night, which I felt very confident in. I'm trying to make sure you guys can see it. There we go. And I thought that was an awesome picture. This is one that there was no filter to it. It was just me, the light, and the tank top. And I was too self-conscious to post this one to the Facebook. And then here's another one, too self-conscious to post it to Facebook. But it is what it is. Maybe one of these days I'll feel like I did when I was down to that weight, which some say was a good weight, some say it was a bad weight, yada, yada, yada. Who cares at this point? It's just at the point I've got to feel good. I've got to feel confident in myself, and I've got to feel like, okay, you know what? I can take on the world and be okay with that. But then again, it's not the world that I want to take on. It's just that I want to be healthy. I want to be away from the danger zone of being pre-diabetic. I want to be, to the point that I'm not tipping the scales this way or that way, just even keel. And that way I would be happy. In the inbox, you guys are so good to come up with questions. One of the questions you guys came up with was, am I still self-conscious? I'll always be self-conscious. I could take a picture at my skinniest and still think that I was fat. I can take a picture of when I was extremely fat to even right now and say that I need to lose more weight. But I think in all of us, we get that ingrained, the perfect body image, the perfect 10, if you will, and we want to be that 10 so much that we may damage our own bodies to get there, that we put ourselves at high risk for this or that because we want to be the perfect person. No one's perfect. But you got to be happy with where you're at. You got to be able to say, okay, I can eat this, and then the rest of the day I'm good. I may nibble a little bit here and there, but I'm good. And that's one thing I've learned to do is I have one good main meal, like with the manwich, and then that's the meal of the day. And, from here on out, you just nibble here and there, and that's it. I did have a severe headache, but that's what God made the tension headache for. Take 2 of them, and I'm great after a while. Before anybody asked, I had a little bit of manwich. I tried both the pineapple Watergate mixture and the Hawaiian mixture. Tried a little bit of the potato crowns. And I didn't try the mac and cheese today. That was okay. I was not wanting mac and cheese at all. Definitely tried the cinnamon apples because I love apples and I love cinnamon, so what a great combo. But anything else, it just didn't sound good. It wasn't vibing with me. So I was like, no, I'm not even going to try. So that's where I'm at with that. And, be proud of me for having red meat when I probably should have strayed away from it. I'm trying to keep a healthy balance now of red meat and then, eat whatever else that's within a calorie limit. I don't go as insane as 1,200 calories anymore, but I do try to keep a good calorie limit. That's where I stand with that. So, I drink water a lot. You always see me lifting the water bottles. I drink unsweet iced tea a lot, and I've learned my limits a lot because you have to. It's a healthy balance you want to keep. Somebody asked me, who do you think's watching your videos, and does it matter? I'm at the point, I'm an open book. I try to be as forthright with you all as possible, and I don't want to injure anybody's ego or anything like that. So I try to just be like an open-minded person anymore. And I have this saying that whoever wants to be in your life, eventually who wants to be in your life. They prove it one way or another by either calling you on the phone, texting you when you least expect it, showing up at your doors better than all of them, or, somehow just influencing your life in some manner, hopefully in a positive manner if they want to be in your life. But I just don't believe in secrets and lies and my words getting distorted 5 ways from Sunday. I think that, the best thing to do is to be an open book. And I have a life that I live each and every day to the best of my ability. I'm not perfect. Never claim to be. I don't know of one single person who is. And I enjoy coming to you all because it's a stress reliever. Now, if that doesn't make sense, let me try and sugarcoat it. By stress reliever, I mean, I feel like by sharing it with you all, how my day went, what my activities are, maybe I can put a positive spin on things for everybody else out there. And maybe I can help you with insight on your relationships by being a sounding board when nobody else is listening. Maybe the person you want to listen is just simply not listening anymore. And the thing you need is somebody to listen to you. That's what I feel like my purpose is in life right now. I feel like I've helped a lot of couples, and I'm grateful for that. Some have went their separate ways, and that's sad, but I'm not God. I can't force them together. I can't force them apart. You just got to roll with the punches and continue on. Book review is next. Love y'all. And to answer that question before I sign off, does it bother me not knowing who watches my videos? I think that everybody has a reason why they watch, whether it's to see me badly sing, because my confidence level in myself sometimes is not always the greatest, right? Or to listen to a book. Maybe that makes them want to pick up a book, or see me give relationship advice. I think that my relationship advice is sound because I can see what they don't see. Like if I was to speak to Tom and Darcy, I would tell Tom, stop writing letters. Stop trying to get in contact with you when her sister has even told you now that you're blocked. And be a man. By that, do the face-to-face. Because passing messages, letting her know that you're sending an apology is not going to work. Now, if I was to tell Darcy, I would tell her, stop playing the field. Because you're getting contacted by all these men out there who are younger than you. When you know that you still love Tom. And I really think she still loves Tom. And the worst thing that a couple can do is have no communication when they're meant to be. And, life has a way of sometimes bringing us back to where we're supposed to be. Maybe that's what Tom and Darcy need to do. Sit down like two mature adults and say, okay, this is how we ended it, but it was badly ended, and we both didn't end it well. So how about we start from where we're at and start a new us instead of holding past grudges, holding past errors. This could be a new beginning. But you got to be willing to look past the hurt and the anger and all those past moments that brought you pain and be big enough to say, let's try again. I think that they really do belong together. Just saying. Okay, with that being said, book review next. Keep your social distance. Wash your hands. If you can't, make sure you have your hand sanitizer nearby. And what else was I going to tell you? Oh, wear your mask. Yeah, that's it.